Well, good evening, good afternoon to everybody. Welcome to Dwight and welcome to anybody else that's out there. We're back in VP4TV. We're back for yet another match in this year's VP4 2023 8-ball bar table world championships. It is a one-loss side match, a match between REELPOLANDPOWER, Stub, against Bedhead, the conqueror of Larry in the last one-loss side match, and these two guys are going in a race to 9 at the top of the hour. The winner, that's the bottom half of the draw on the one-loss side. We've got Semi-Pro against Simanx, they've still to set a time, but the winner of this match will be lined up to play Bankster in the following round. We've of course got the winner's side still to resolve itself as well. We've got the top half of the draw, big match coming up there, Albinario against Cobra. So we've still got two Swedes left in the tournament, and we've then got One Pocket Slim, who is through to that hot seat match, so he's waiting to play the winner of that match. Now I don't know if Steve knows this is on. I haven't seen him, he hasn't messaged me. I'm going to have a quick tab out. And no sign of him in Discord. I've forgotten the name of the damn thing. No sign of him there, so he's maybe preparing for his trip at the weekend. He'll be going away for a couple of weeks. So if he is going to appear, he will show up in the chat, no doubt, and then I'll know he's there. So in the meantime, I gave Stub a bit of advice. He arrived in the lobby. Bedhead has been in getting practice in, getting some pace at the table. Stub, of course, comes into the lobby, types his usual message, and then does nothing about it. And having looked at the list in the lobby, is now not there. He's left the building. So we're waiting on him coming back. This room is going to go up in about a minute and a half's time, maybe 2 minutes at a stretch. Sometimes it goes just beyond the hour. But Bedhead will be the favourite because Bedhead has the right touch, as does Albinario, of course, but he's got the right touch for this table. You need to be, I keep saying it, you need to be a lot more gentler than you think on this table, or the cue ball's going to get away from you. So Stub doesn't, the first thing that comes into your head about Stub is not gentle, and he's going to need an awful good roll of the ball to keep winning racks. But then again, luck plays its big part. Who's going to keep the cue ball on the table more than anything? Avoid those scratches if you can. It's so difficult to do. But I'm putting Bedheads as a favourite. I'm going to say 960 Bedhead. There, I've stuck my neck in the block. So we'll see what happens. One more quick tab out. And you just can't get rid of him. He's there again. Good evening, good afternoon to Steve.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody.
Well, I've said 960 Bedhead. Stub didn't bother getting any practice in. He just comes in, types something, disappears. Now he's back, so he might pay the price for that. He should have got some practice.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing about Stub is he usually plays well. It's just going to be a question of whether he gets some rolls, because the way he plays, I think he needs rolls to win this.
He's going to need some. That's what I think. You know, Bedhead's got to keep that cue ball on the table. So Bedhead's already in. Stub's going to mess about and wait until he gets his audible alerts. I hope everybody is hearing me loud and clear. Just a quick plug while we're waiting on Stub coming in. I'm going to be doing a 10,500, possibly 11,000 mile trip my truck tomorrow, so I want somebody to drop by and keep me company for an hour or so while I'm doing it. It'll probably take me about 9 hours. I've got nothing else to do in my day off. Yeah, it's at least 10,500 miles. on
now,
that.
how can you do 10,500 miles in 9 hours? Isn't that take longer than that?
Well, the thing is, the map scale is 1 to 19. It's a global map combo. It's got parts of China in it, and it's got the whole of South America in it, and I've got to travel from just short of China, right across into Russia, right across Europe, then head down through France, Spain, Portugal, go across a bridge that is modded to connect to South America, because South America on this combination map is right next to Europe, and then drive about another 4,000 or 5,000 miles right across South America up to Venezuela, then down to Colombia. So that's what I'm going to do. That's going to beat my 8-hour trip that I did about 10 years ago in Euro Truck. Welcome to Semi-Pro. So as I say, 9.6 I'm going for. Stubb's still not in. He's still waiting in the last... well, it's only what? It's only actually gone 3 minutes. So he's got 10 minutes to get in, so he's going to properly mess about here. Well, Larry came in the other night there. He never bothered getting any practice in, and of course the end result was he didn't win. And I'm going to say the same there for Stubb. Who now is that? Has with another name? Hazad Has Ventures. Who's that? Is that somebody under a different guise? That's a name I've never seen before, unless it's Hazad who's just changed his name to something more sort of Hollywood-like. Anyway, welcome.
Semi-pros here.
Stubb's still messing about.
Yeah, Stubb's being Stubb.
See, there's Bedhead, you know, getting some practice at the lag. That's the one thing you want to be doing. You know, just getting a touch. Well, you're going to, I'm not going to put pressure on you, Semi-Pro, but you're going to be red hot favourite to win that match against Simanx 9-0. So, no pressure.
I think this is going to be a close match. You know, I mean, Stubb's going to come out and fire away, but, you know, I mean, he's played some pretty good matches, so you know he's just going to go for it every time, but he's pretty good at it.
Well, he's going to need some lucky rolls. I just can't think. You've got to go for the more delicate touch in this table. I'll keep going on like a broken record. He needs that bit of finesse in it, and sometimes the finesse is something that's a bit lacking with Stubb. This boom bang a bang on a bar table, I don't think's the way to go about it. You know, especially when you're trying to break balls out. You've got.
Well, he doesn't play a good plan. I mean, sometimes you need to hit him hard, especially early in the rack, to break things up. But you know, that's one case out of many that he hits them real hard when he's got no clue where they're going, and you do that later in the rack, it's just hard to win.
Well, we'll reserve judgment until he shows. So that is 5 minutes gone by, definitely. So the alarm will be buzzing and annoying him. He can't ignore it. It just it keeps popping up.
Logged in. Yeah. He's listed as away. Maybe he's got to, you know.
I wonder if he's going to come in with the old problems with his connection routine tonight again. I wonder if that's going to happen.
Maybe he's got to fire one up and get the mixture right here before he plays.
Oh, but listen to that trash shredding music. That's why his brain's probably frazzled, listening to that. So we still wait. Well, he's going to end up cutting it. Well, this will be a laugh if this... I hope this time's out and then he looks a proper numpty. And then he's begging Steve to open up the match again. Crawling on his hands and feet, looking for a favour. Well, that's 7 minutes gone in my clock.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck he's doing.
Yeah, he's going to come in saying there's a problem with his connection. That's because he's running all the crap in the background when he's playing this game. His PC can't handle it.
Well, he's still listed as away, though. I mean...
Now it's getting interesting. That's coming up in 8 minutes. Well, this might be short and sweet tonight. I doubt it very much because he's just going to hang on and let Bedhead sit and get more practice in. Here we go. He's in at last. Just waiting in his queue appearing. I don't know what concoction he's got set up here, but his queue isn't showing. We're going for the old internet connection problem routine. There, I told you. No queue showing. Good lag though. He's won the lag. Now his queue's appeared. Or at least his break queue has. I wonder if he's going to use it. Yeah, well there you go. Commentator called it straight away. The first silly shot of the night. He's amped that up big time, blasted the cue ball off the table, and Bedhead can administer punishment. Now what do you think here, Steve?
Well,
stripes.
I think they're both good, but I'd probably take the stripes.
Because you can open up that top pocket in the left. Is that the 13 that's up there, of the 11? It's one of the two. So you can unlock that pocket, and then all these other stripes either go in there or into the side.
Yeah, I like what he's doing here. He's going to shoot the 14 and probably 9 up table.
You know, everything's you know, in a nice little cluster here. He doesn't have to move the cue ball at all.
Now he's shooting 11. He rolled forward on that. He may leave the 9 for last. He's thinking that's going to be his ball to get on the 8. I mean, this is just the simplest run out in the world.
Yeah.
And, you know, you notice he's not thinking.
No, he doesn't need to because everything.
He knows what his run out. He knows what his run out is. I mean, and this is the way good players play pool. This is bump, 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 because it's all just, you know, he sees the pattern and just plays it.
Yeah, well, Stubbs fell into his own trap there. Big amp on, blasted it, cue ball over into the next table, and it's 1-0. On Stubbs' break, of course.
The thing you can't afford to do in this game is spread the balls out and not make a ball or scratch, because, you know, you're just going to get hammered because the guy's going to run out on you every time on this table if the balls are spread out.
Well, here we go again. He's got a ball in the break.
Yeah, and I think he's going to take the stripes.
Could be stripes again here because that 11 goes into the side. Yeah, that's perfectly clean.
The stripes are sitting pretty good. I'd be surprised if he doesn't take them. 10, 11. Or I'm sorry, 10, 12, 11, and then come down and, you know, 14, 13.
He might be taking that now after this 10 just to get, you know, again that gets rid of the one, well there's one loose ball up there and that's the one he wants to get rid of, and then he can...
I'd shoot the 12 right now. I would shoot the 12 then 11 and come down table and leave the 13, 14 for last. Now he may shoot the 13, 14 now, which will work. The key thing is that he's got to shoot the 12 before the 11 because that's the one that's going to get him on.
Yeah, I think it'll be 12, 11, 14 looking at it because he can come off that short rail off the 14 if he has that angle. And he's going to have the angle and then he just comes up in between the 11, or what is it, the 13 and the 3, just to the middle there, rolls the 8 and it couldn't be easier. Well, he just doesn't want to run the wrong angle here. I don't think he's that crazy.
This is just roll it, come off the end rail. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, that's the only worry I had is that, and he's got the touch right. He just didn't want to run too far.
It's hard to mess up the speed when you're just rolling it.
Well, this couldn't be any easier for Bedhead. I mean, the breaks got a ball in the break, table line, very nice, does the job. That's exactly what you have to do.
That's 2-0, and now Stub better make a good break. And here we go with connection issues.
Yeah, told you. I knew that was coming. Room's frozen. He won't shut down all the crap that he's running. He just persists doing the same thing. Now he's got no queue again, and he won't listen to advice.
The normal thing is it can't be my stuff. It's got to be the server. Or it's got to be the other guy. No, it's your stuff. Well, what else does he have running when he's playing?
He's got all sorts of stuff running. He's got videos running, music running. You know, I knew that was coming. Has it been freezing? I've not had any problems with it.
I don't think his connection's very good.
Semi-Pro says VP4's been freezing quite a lot lately. I don't hear. Has anybody else had the same experience? I don't. Nobody else has said anything, but yeah,
I haven't had any support messages about.
See, this was predictable. I told you connection problems before he started. He'll persist running the same stuff.
Yeah, 90% of the time, if you're having problems like this, it's your connection. Probably greater than 90, but I'm just going to say 90.
Well, is he not thinking about maybe just... no, there's no point in giving him advice. He'll just sit there. The game frozen, it wasn't recorded in the stats.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure there was a connection problem. That's the kind of thing that would happen. I mean, once in a while we have problems on the server, but it's pretty rare.
Oh, there he's suddenly come alive. Right, well, we can see his queue now. He's had a couple of balls in the break, well, 3 balls in the break.
Yeah, I like taking stripes there myself.
And Bedhead's got him muted, so he doesn't need to worry about anything. Well, he's just got to get onto that. I mean, I can't believe he's going to take the 15 and not play the combo, because if he plays the 15, he's got to get that cue ball out of there. And the cue's gone again, and he had a quick disconnection, and now he's replaying a shot again, is he not?
Yeah. Yep, he's having to replay it again.
And it's handy having those 2 stripes down here anyway to get to the 8 ball, but of course he's going to have to clear the top left hand corner pocket first, and he can see the 15. Does he want to take that 15 now? This could be trouble if he does that.
Yeah, I wouldn't take the 15 now. I mean, I think he's going to want to play the combo. And I think he's going to do it right here. He's got to be a little bit careful. The one's going to come back and bump the cue ball. You know, the thing is you got to come up with a shot on the 14. Now he's going to play the 15, which isn't that bad an idea from there.
Well,
the issue here, though, is being able to move the cue ball off of this, because the way you need to play this shot is you need to draw it. You hit the 14 and you draw off the 1, and you draw over to the side rail. That's the shot here.
So there's no scratch on off that 1 ball.
No, not if you draw it. Now he's going forward. Anything could happen here. Okay, he didn't get the double kiss, so he's fine.
Well, this is just a wee bit tricky as well. I mean, he could take the 10 and come around and out behind the 13.
No, he's just going to take the cut on it.
Well, I don't like this. This is
it's
tricky.
not too bad. You just got to make sure that you bring the cue ball back where the 10 is. You don't want to let it get too close to the 8. And he's put a little left English on it. This is fine. He'll get a shot on it. Yeah, that's a pretty simple situation, really. The only thing you got to make sure is you don't run the cue ball close to the 8, because then it's really easy to get funny on it. No, you know, Stubb is good at running out. I think the issue he's got is Bedhead's good at running out too, and because of that, it's going to come down to other things like, you know, how well you break, what kind of decisions you make, safety game, all the other stuff that Stubb's going to probably lose. He might not lose the break.
Well, a break and run for Stubb, which is what he needed, and Bedhead's got another ball in the break.
So that was the second ball break, and I'm pretty sure he's going to end up taking stripes. The 8 ball's a little bit of an issue.
Yeah.
He might take the solitaire. They're both good. You could take either one, really. I like the stripes a little better myself, but...
Yeah, this is a tricky one. Well, he's going stripes.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, he can play into the gap here and shoot the 13.
Yeah, he's got room. He's got room.
And he went too far to take the 13. See, that's when he should have tried to get on the 13, was right there. And you also have the 9 as an escape ball, but now, you know, he's probably going to play to get on the 13 right here.
Got to get into that gap, and it's there's not a lot of room to work with here. That 7 ball might come into play.
And he's going to play for the 15. So now it's all, you know, he's. The good thing about this is he can just roll forward. That's what he should do here, is roll forward, and he should be good on the 13, and then he can go 3 rails around.
Yep. He needs to hold up. He's okay.
No, he's perfect, because you want to go around 3 rails here. And hopefully get a shot where you can go forward with on the 14 and shoot the 8 in the side.
Yeah, the only worry again is that 7 ball.
He's gonna kill this. This is actually a better shot. Killing it like that, yeah, that's a better shot. This is a lot more guaranteed than going to 3 rails.
Oh dear!
Oh, and he dogged it. He hit the titty.
Yeah.
Is he gonna get lucky? Oh,
he might have. He might have. He might have just got a good roll of the ball here. This is tricky. Stubbs looking at this into the corner, I think, here. In fact, that's way too tight past those as well.
If you're going to shoot this combo, the way to shoot this is off the rail. You want to hit the rail with the 5 ball and then the 1, because it's a lot easier shot than trying to go direct.
Yeah.
You got to hit about maybe a diamond past the side pocket with this.
Oh, that high up. Oh, he's going direct.
See, he went straight into it, but he made it.
Well.
So he should be out here. I mean, that was a big mistake by Bedhead.
Big mistake, yeah.
I mean, he got on the 14 beautifully, and maybe he was trying to cheat it a little to get the ball off the rail. I don't know, you know, try to cheat the pocket. But
well, there's still a little bit. He's got to get nice on this 4 ball, just so that he can get clean on the 3. That could be a little bit awkward. And he'll be good now, though. I think he's pretty good now on this 7.
Yeah, he can just roll this. He just has to be above it or straight in. Yep.
Left it a wee bit short. I would have liked to have been.
No, that's fine.
Because
you can just go forward off the end rail. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, the thing is you're better off being here than getting too far over. So because this is a simple shot. If you get on the other side of that, then you're in trouble.
Yeah. Well, Stubb gave away the first rack to Bedhead. Bedhead's given Stubb this rack. Again, got to just get this cue ball nice, and that's dead straight. Can't miss this.
That's kind of how I thought this match would go. I think this match is going to be very close.
Well, the errors and mistakes are being punished. That's the first thing we've seen. from one from both players so far.
When you miss and only have one ball on the table, the other guy's going to run out. I mean, that's pretty much going to happen almost every time.
Well, here's a decision for Stubb. He's had a ball in the break. A solid went in. In fact, a couple of balls have gone in, but there is a problem. We've got 3 balls more or less married together top left, and I think 2 of them are stripes.
Well, here we go right now. He's going to move the 9 now, and I like this play. I like this play right here, because he's going to try to get the 9 for you right now, and that's a good shot.
Yeah,
now,
he's got it.
Now that, you know, it didn't roll up great in the sense that the 3's in front of the pocket, and that's, you know, but on that shot, see, that's the kind of shot that you got to hit, you know, pretty firm to make sure you get the ball out, and you know, you can try to predict where the balls are going, but it's a little indeterminate. He hit a good shot.
Well, I think he would like to get that 10 ball right now, but I don't know that he can get enough of it.
Yeah, you know, his big issue here is he's got to figure out how to get on that 8 ball into the other corner pocket. You can always play a bank on it, but that's not the preferred solution.
Well, he's going to leave the 10 and stun across to the short side of the 8. That looks like the obvious shot he's looking for.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, this is you know,
he's already funny here. This is already not pretty. Now, is he cutting this into the side? Because this is crazy.
No. He's probably going to have to shoot the 10 ball now.
Yeah, because I mean...
He could shoot the 9.
The scratch is on the side off that 14 if he was going to take it up table.
Yeah, he's going to shoot the... I think he's going to shoot the 10. He could shoot the 9 and try to roll forward and shoot the 13. The problem is that's a tricky shot, getting in between the 10 and 8 and then coming back out and getting an angle on the 10 to get across. You can't always bank this 8 ball. You know, it's not a hard bank. It's sitting off the rail enough that it's a pretty easy bank. I think he's going to end up shooting the 10 now. Yep. Now he's going to shoot the 14, and he got funny on this again. And
well, if he's taking the 9, he can stun. He can stun the 14 in and come to the short side.
He can. This shot's a little tricky though. It's tricky to control his speed here. The good news for him is that if he bumps the 3 on the left side, he'll be okay. If he hits a 3 more in the center on the right side, I think he scratches.
Well, I think he just needs to drag this in, like you know, trying.
Well, he's looking like he wants to shoot in the corner and spin up with English, and good luck with that.
No, he's looking at the side. He's not trying to get up and down the table twice, is he? I don't know what he's doing.
He's going to draw this. I mean, that's a shot. This is just a little tricky.
Yeah.
The biggest problem with this shot is the scratch.
No.
Well, he didn't draw it enough, so now he's got the bank. But you know, this bank is not that bad. I mean, he'll probably make this bank. It's not that hard a shot.
Well, I thought he could have played that shot that he's just played a lot better than that. Maybe too much angle on it.
Well, the problem is you got to watch out for the scratch where that 3 was.
He's dead. He's done well.
Well, that's the thing. On these bar tables, the long banks aren't very difficult.
Well, he's in the lead. A little bit of pressure on Bedhead just to keep getting a ball and getting a shot, and I think he's dry.
Oh boy, and he hit a good break too. But this table's no gimme. Be interesting to see what he decides to take here. I mean, you got trouble no matter what you take.
Well, there's problems up there round about the 8 ball. Something has to be resolved up that end of the table.
Well,
I don't know, but I mean, I'm more inclined to look at the solids, but you'll get problems right next to the cue ball. I mean, the 2 ball obviously goes in the side.
Yeah,
6 balls.
I'd probably take the stripes. He's going to take the solids. I mean, they're both going to be difficult. So I'd imagine he's going to try to get down for the 5 ball because he's got to move these balls. That's the thing. He's going to try to run out. You got to move that now. 1 ball. The 1 and 7 are no good as of right now. And he's going to come across and move balls right now, I think. Let's see. That's kind of a funny angle. This is a funny angle if he's going to shoot at the 3. You could shoot the 2 and maybe get down where he can shoot the 5. If he's going to shoot the 3 in the side, that's funny.
Bit of left. He's trying to get up.
Yeah,
well,
that's what he's doing.
I think he was trying to get up.
Well, you had to crank that one as much. That was max to get it to come over.
Nice.
So he's got a shot. He can play the 1 off the 8, and that's kind of a good shot to go at because you're going to put the 1 ball up in front of the pocket there. See, he's not going to do that. Somebody that's the smart thing to do there would have played the 1 off the 8. If it doesn't go in fine, it's going to sit in front of the pocket.
Yeah, it's a sort of positional shot, thinking ahead.
There's a time when you go, I'm not going to be able to get out here. I should play for table position.
I agree with you there. Yeah.
He's just never going to think that way.
Yeah.
And that's one of his big disadvantages.
Here we go.
Kind of match.
Here's the crank up here. This has got to catch the 8 ball. This has got to be so sweet if he's going to cut this up the rail and get it in past the 8 ball.
Well, what's he going to shoot after this? I mean, he could play the 7 off the back of the 8. That's not a bad shot to shoot up. But that's been there the whole time.
And he scratched, of course, cue ball running loose, so...
I mean, he should have just played for table position a long time ago.
No, but your plan was a far better idea, Steve. Wind it in, get yourself in a position and cover a pocket and just bide your time. Okay, he might have been in trouble in a couple of shots' time if Bedhead had buried him somewhere, but he was doomed to failure there. Because now he hasn't got a guard on that pocket and that 9 ball goes straight in past the 6.
Oh yeah, Bedhead should run out here. The 14-15 isn't a huge problem, but you don't want to let that sit too long. He should shoot the 13, the 9, and I'd play to get on the 14 off the 9.
Well, the 2
because you want to get that little 2 ball together solved. Yeah. So this is pretty easy. It's natural. Just come across the table and shoot the 14. Now he's looking at trying to keep the 9 there to get on the 8 ball, which I don't think you really need because that 8 ball's, you put the cue ball in the middle of the table, that's an easy cut on the 8 ball.
Yeah, you can wear the 11 ball as you're cutting that 8 ball every day of the week.
Yeah, see, I would have shot the 9 then, because that 8 ball is easy to get to.
He may well end up just potting that 9, dropping onto the short rail and back out. Maybe bump the 1.
I think he's...
Now this needs to run. He's left it short. He's going to have to take the 9 now.
And see, that's one of the problems with not shooting the 9 and going to the 14 right away, is that these kind of situations with these 2 balls, you get funny on him. He may shoot the 15 here. I mean, this is not the shot you want to have to shoot.
Is he playing the combo? I don't know.
He's playing the 15. And that was well done. But see, now it's like, now he might as well shoot the 9 now and play the 14, and because it's easy to get on the 8. When you have a shot like this on the 14, you could get funny on the 9 ball. You could miss this ball.
Yeah, like
see, that. Yeah, I mean, he should have shot the 9 there, gone to the 14, and then, you can cut that 8 in from, probably 40% of the table area.
The main thing is, it's back to your old favourite thing, Steve, spotting the fact that you've got the 2 balls extended from the side pockets. They're close together. You don't want to leave them sitting there late into the rack because trouble can jump up and bite you, and that's what's happened. Hang on a minute. I think he's okay, is he?
No. Well, yeah, but this is tricky. He just messed up.
Well, this one
He
ball,
should be okay.
it's only going in past the 9, isn't it? It's not going past the 8.
He's got to miss the 9 ball. He's got to miss the 9 ball here. And I think he should be able to. And he didn't. Yeah, well, now he's in trouble.
Mistakes are coming. Stubbs made a couple, Bedhead's made a couple, Stubbs made another one.
So now, you know, you got to be thinking safety, and this is a little tricky to get safe on.
I'd be pushing that to the long rail and trying to just roll through to behind the 8 ball, maybe bring the 1 ball towards the cue ball.
One shot is thin the 1 on the right side and try to put him on the 8. That's what I would be doing here. Now, it's not an easy shot because you got to hit the 1 pretty thin. But that's what I'd be doing. I'd be thinning the 1 on the right side and putting the cue ball on the 8.
I think he's trying my shot. I think he's trying to bump that to the long rail and spin towards the 8 and bring the 1 back towards the cluster. I think that's what he's trying.
Yeah, that's a tricky shot too.
No.
He did get there.
He's
Good
got
shot.
there. Yeah, that was my idea, and he's got it.
But see, now his 1 ball's in a shitty spot. So if you're Bedhead, all you have to do is kick at this 9 ball.
And you're not leaving anything on.
Yeah, well, he could even be hooked. He's going to call the 9. Whether or not he makes this 9 ball or not, he is probably going to win this rack. I'll tell you this right now.
I wouldn't hit this hard, Steve. You don't hit this hard because you don't want to come back out into the table, and he's potted it, and he's on the 14. Game, set, match this rack.
I wouldn't have hit it as hard as that.
Stubbs not impressed. And Bedhead's showing him it again. He just let him see it in case he didn't catch it full there to start with.
That's a nice, that was actually a nice move, showing that to him. But there are certain things that are heuristics. Doesn't mean they're absolute. Like, have a ball that you can get on the 8 ball easily.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Bedhead tried to do that with the 9 ball. I didn't particularly like it because the 9 ball wasn't necessarily in a great spot to be easy to get to. But I particularly didn't like it since, you know, the 8 ball is easy to play up table, and the 9 ball, you had a good opportunity to hit it and get on the 14. So you can't always say, I've got to have a ball that can shoot a stop shot to shoot the 8. It's not that important. I mean, that situation, he would have been way better off not leaving that 9 ball.
Well, looking at this table, I think it's got to be solids for Stubb because that 15 ball where it's sitting, I can't see him. I mean, you could bank the 15, couldn't you? But I mean,
yeah, there's no reason not to take solids here. They're you know, they're in the open. He's going to take the stripes.
Well,
but you know, this the problem with this is that he's funny on this 15. I mean, the bank still goes, but it's not a guaranteed bank from this angle. I think he'll make it, and then, you know, we'll see what he does with the cue ball.
Well, these have a tendency to go square at this angle. Seen that in the 9-foot table happening all too often.
You got to cut it a lot.
Yeah, like that.
And there it goes.
And that's a missed call because one of his balls gone in, hasn't it? Yeah. So now, what's Bedhead's option here? Is that put him back in from this position, or Bedhead has to shoot?
He's got to shoot from here.
Right. Well, he's got
the 4 ball. This is tricky. He's got the 4 ball. The question is what's he going to shoot afterwards? Because this will run into the 15, I believe. Yeah.
Now he's got a shot.
He's come out good. Yeah, he's come out good.
Well, he'll deal with the 7 now, I would imagine. And does the 6 go into the side? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you need the 7 to get on the 6. I mean, that's.
Well, now, if he takes the 7, then the 6, he's got to have some sort of angle where he's not interfering with that 10 ball, because he wants to get to that 5.
This is tricky. You want to get on the 6 where you can just stun it and slide it over and then shoot the 5.
Yeah,
with a little angle cut back so you can roll forward for the 2. So this is the critical shot right here, is getting on the 6 right. Well, what's he doing?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that was.
I would have played for the 6-5 too. This is.
I think his idea was to get to the 2, play the 5 on the side, and just draw back for the 6 past the 8.
But then you got to get perfect on the 5. I mean, I thought right there he had a, you know, he had to get perfect on the 6, but I thought from where he was, it wasn't too bad. And then once you had that, the rest is automatic. You slide over, shoot the 5, and, you know, shoot the 2.
Now, he won't catch the point here, will he?
Well, he could, but he shouldn't. I mean,
he's got loads of room. Yeah. Now the cue ball.
Well, he hit that really good. Well, now, you know.
Oh, this is good luck. Good luck with this.
No, I mean, this is what he was going to end up with. I mean, that's the part of the problem, is he was going to end up funny from where he was. I mean, the chances of him getting on the 5 or 6 good was almost nil.
Now, why?
You can play the 6 and go 3 rails, but the problem is the 9 ball's there. You'd have to go 3 rails and hoping you're getting a shot on the 5 in the corner. I would rather shoot the 5 here myself.
Well, this is going to end up hooked.
You could play safe. You could come off the right side of the 6, go to the end rail, and put it behind the 8.
Well,
yeah, this is crazy here.
Well, it's worked out.
It was crazy. It was crazy good.
He's got a shot.
Boy, that was a fine shot he just played there.
Well,
hey, Bill.
Jacking up and just bumping into the 14, making sure I bump it hard enough. I wouldn't want to try and just go to the gap to the 9. Is that what he's trying?
No, he's going to draw back.
Yeah. Well, see, he hasn't bumped it hard enough.
He didn't draw back.
He hasn't caught it.
Well, he didn't really draw. That was terrible.
See, I would have been bumping that a lot harder, because you had to get that 14 out of the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he needed to pull it back. He didn't put enough draw on it.
Welcome to Bill. Well, we've got a match on here.
He's going to have to kick at this. I mean, the kick he's got's a 1-rail kick. He's trying to do something crazy here, which this might work, but this is a very unusual kick he's playing.
Well, I mean, I suppose it could have finished a lot worse. I mean, Stubbs still got a shot, but he's got a problem that he has to deal with, and that's going to be the interesting part in this visit. And he's going to try that now. He's potting the 14 and bumping into these 2 balls. Tell you that straight away.
I'd do it now.
Yeah.
I'd do it now for sure, because it's easy. Because
big target, can't miss it.
It's a huge target going 2 rails behind it. I wouldn't go straight into it. I'd go to the end rail, side rail.
Oh dear.
And he missed the ball, and he missed those, and he scratched.
And he scratched. Well, everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and it's a total gift.
I was just going to say that Bedhead just gave his 2nd rack away, and Stubb couldn't get it done.
Oh, that'll annoy Stubb. Bedhead's having a laugh. Oh dear.
That was a terrible shot.
Yep. Everything about it was bad. But like you said, Steve, you know, you let it run and you go around the angles. You've got a huge target. You're going to hit it off 2 rails, come into the back of them. You're not going to. I mean, he tried to get to them direct, and even then he didn't get into the cue ball.
I think he was going 2 rails. I think he was. I think he just hit it crappy.
Yeah, he just didn't get into it enough. Get the spin working.
He was too much. He came up short on that.
Yeah,
I think he must have hit the 14 ball fat, in the fat side of the titty.
Well,
he must have hit it fat.
Why
with how the cue ball went.
Well, Bedhead back into the lead, and on his break, he's got what, 2 or 3 balls, and it's going to be solids all the way here. Well, there's not a problem here. This is going to be daylight.
He's running out. He's running out here. This is.
I mean, look at all the room in the world on this 2 ball to just come out for the 8. You're not going to mess this up.
And see, this is the kind of thing where I prefer shots like this to get on the 8 than here's a ball you can just stop and get on the 8. Now, the ball and stop and get on the 8 is great as long as you can get that stop shot. But if you get funny on that stop shot, you might be in trouble. But where that 2 ball is and the 8 ball, you can never mess that up.
Well, Stubb is under more pressure now because he's back to his break. He's on a 2-rack deficit and he must deliver this rack or Bedhead is going to creep away here.
Good break.
And
Stubb's breaking well.
Are sitting well. I think Stubb's going to dish up here. I think, well, looking at, he's got the first important decision is what ones he's taking here, because looking at that, yeah, he's taking the stripes, isn't he? Because I was, looking at where the where that 11 is, he could just bump it in off the 4. I mean, there's no problem potting the 11.
That's a good choice, in that, he's got an easy way of dealing with it. He could have shot the 4 and tried to move the 11 there, and taken the solids. They were both good. I mean, sometimes that just happens where, there's not really a bad choice.
Again, I haven't a clue what the hell he tried there, because this is already gone pear-shaped. I mean, he couldn't be any worse.
Well, this is probably going to hit the 1. It might get by if he hits it easy enough.
This is tricky. This could, you look at these pockets, they look as if they're so easy, but you catch any of that knuckle, you ain't going in when he's way off it. And there's a rack that I'd given him, and that might have done him a favour there, where that, what is it, the 12, where it's finished, it's now awkward next to the 8. And that 8, even if you clear the 4, the 8 is way too tight to squeeze past that 9.
Well, he's going to shoot the 6, and then probably the 2 next. Things aren't too bad. You're right. The 8's the biggest problem. The 1 ball is really not an issue. Where the 4 ball is, you can bump that 11.
Well, hats off to Bedhead if he can get out here, because it's a big say in the outcome of this match.
Well, see, I would not have shot the 3 ball there, and the reason why is because when you come back up here and you play that 4 into 11, you got to hit a little speed because you got to get the 11 out of there. You don't know where the cue ball is necessarily going to end up, and that 3 ball was a nice ball to leave there to shoot. I would have shot the 2, left 3, and then shot this shot. So, he just reduced his chances of running out here by shooting that 3.
No. This is not conducive to getting anything improved on the 8 ball where he is now.
No. And he hit that well. So the thing is he can shoot the 8 ball up table. So that's what I'd be playing for here.
Now
it will go in the corner. I would,
let's have a look. What about cutting that 7 with a bit of right?
I would shoot the 7 and leave a little cutback angle on the 1 so I could roll forward and shoot the 8 up in the corner pocket.
Yeah,
that's what I'd be doing here, because I wouldn't try to move a ball. I would shoot the 8. What he's got a shot up in the corner. He just has to get on the 1 good.
Yeah.
Now, he could try to play it from the 7 ball, but where the 7's sitting, that's a funny shot to get on the 8. So I would definitely shoot the 7 and then the 1.
Yeah, I don't like the idea. If you're playing the 1, you've got to make sure you're missing the 11. You don't want to be running into the 11.
No, he won't hit the 11.
Right.
So he went this way, and the reason he went this way is because getting on the 1 was tricky. You had to get pretty good on it. So this is just like a draw with a little left English and 2 rails behind it. Now, he may try to run into it, or he may even try to shoot the 8 past the 9 ball. Well, I don't know what he was trying there. He must have been trying to bump it. That was...
I don't know why he didn't do what you were talking about, Steve. Just a little bit of, get a little bit of draw and spin and come around those 2 rails dead. Maybe even bump into the 11 or the 13, whatever it was. Well, he's called the bank. Watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball. Watch the cue ball. Oh!
Stubb is hammering on the B and the S key right now.
Oh, yeah. textbooks, which I just type in. I'll do it for Stub. Just to annoy Bedhead. I'll be having a laugh at that, I'll tell you. He says textbook. But anyway, well, I did say hats off to him. He got out.
I think you got to take the solid, sir. But this is interesting. You could take the stripes.
Right, you take the 15 ball is sitting. Take the solid, good. Steve. How do you deal with the 4?
Well, you're probably gonna end up having to shoot it up table.
More importantly, how do you deal with the 3, let alone the 4?
Okay, so from here, he's gonna shoot the 15 and get into these balls, and this is the right thing to do, is do it early.
Perfect for that.
Now he's got to put some speed on this. You don't want to hit this real easy.
Like that, you mean? Yeah.
Well, he didn't hit into where he wanted, but I would have put more speed on it, because to move that many balls, you need some speed. You know, you got 1 cue ball, and you're moving 3 or 4 balls in there that, you know, so it's 3 or 4 times the weight. You got to put some speed on that.
Well, that 3 ball goes if you're Stub, which Stub will obviously, I think Bedhead's trying to come back in behind these balls here. And that's a good shot. Although he won't have much of a shot himself, Bedhead, in a second or 2. And now we've got this little tactical battle. All these balls are sort of wide open. So the first wrong move here, I think either of them are going to find a way out. The only concern I've got is the 1 ball been near the 8 if I'm Bedhead.
This is tricky. He's going to try to put him on 8, and this is a very difficult shot.
Little squeeze off the edge, spin to the rail. Yeah, he's gone the wrong side of it.
Yeah, that was always going to be tough.
And what's more, he's left Stub on the problem ball. He's left him dead on it. And I think the inevitable is going to happen here. I think I see Stubbs rack all the way here unless he does something crazy.
But that was the thing about that bedhead safety, is that
it was so critical you got on it.
Because you know that if you play that safety, where you're going to be on the next shot. So then you got to think, well, do I really want to be there? I think Bedhead just shot the shot without thinking about where Stubb was going to put him.
Well, it's all join the dots now.
Yeah, well, he's got himself funny here. He's going to have to hit this with a bunch of English.
He too.
No, he didn't. Yeah. He didn't shoot it with much English.
Yeah, he's just going to drop the 4 in and take the 2.
Yeah.
What's that? That's his last 2 balls, though, isn't it? Because that's the 11. I thought that was the 3, so he's fine.
And this shot's a little touchy. You have to roll this with right English if you're going to kill it. Otherwise, you're going to go back and forth. He's going to roll this straight. I would always put right English on this and kill it. And that's why. See, he almost hooked himself.
Well, a vital rack for Stubb, because it's off Bedhead's break, and Stubb, of course, breaks next rack to try and stay in touch. He's back to within 2. Running out of racks, of course, only a shortish race to 9. And again,
he's got a ball in, and you know, he's got a table that's going to be a little bit challenging here.
Well, I think the problem is he hasn't got an easy solid to go for if he fancied those.
4 ball. 4 ball's easy.
Well, he's gone for the 10. And now he's got a problem.
You know, the problem is that, you know, he still has a 15 as a problem, and, you know, the 12's locked up now, so he's got the 15 out of there. But where's the cue ball going?
Absolutely.
Well, he's gonna deal with the 12 right now.
He's gonna have to. There's no other option.
Well, the only ball he can get a shot on easily is the 13. So
playing the cut into the bank
he could end up right behind the 8 again. Or if he hits a 7, it could end up who knows where. Well, he hit it hard enough to avoid going behind the 8.
Hold on a minute, though.
Where is he going now? Yeah, this is not good.
I think it goes into the side, but it's tightish.
No, he's going to cut the 13 back in the corner, I think. Oh, you're right. It does go on the side, too.
That's what he's looking at. It is tight.
The side's a better shot because you can control the speed of the cue ball.
Yeah, he's actually got more room than he thinks, because if you hit it to the jaw and, sort of nice pace, it will drop in.
If you hit this with a lot of left English, you can kill the cue ball in that corner and then shoot the 9 in the side. Or if it gets away from you a little, the 9 down in the corner.
Yeah, this is tricky reading that angle at the short distance.
Yeah, you just got to hit this with a ton of left English. That's the key to this shot, so the cue ball dies.
He's giving it a good look. Nope.
It looks like he may be trying to play safe. Oh, maybe he's going to call the bank. No, he's playing safe.
Well, I'll give him
there,
credit.
you just seen it.
I'll
folks.
give him credit for that. He's actually his conscience is kicked in there. He's listened to the little voice in his head.
You've got to say, what am I going to end up with? And I'll tell you what, he's lucky he's where he's at the 3, because it's a pretty easy shot to get behind the 4. The problem is that
he could leave the bank if he doesn't get the touch right in this, by the way, on this 15 ball. Got to watch that.
What the heck is he doing
here?
He's
trying to do what you're saying, Steve, but he's
he's playing a combination, a 4-7 combo.
You're kidding me.
This is a crazy shot.
Oh, that's nuts. Well, what a shot, though. What
a
shot.
He made it.
Well, that's nuts, but what a shot. Oh, well, I mean, he's got to win the rack from this position after that start. That was excellent.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
I'd have been ducking for cover every day of the week there.
Yeah. I would have kicked down table of the ball before I shot that. But he did it, and he made it, and he got the cue ball on the spot where he really wasn't leaving a whole lot. Stubb would have had to play safe.
Now he's on the 2. If he's going to take the 3, he's got to just brush this in.
No, this is just right-hand English. This is that shot I'm talking about. A lot of right English, it'll just check right up.
The only worry I think the only worry the guys have got to worry about that, Steve, I think, on this table, because that's what's catching them out. When they start dinking that wee bit of English in a softy shot, you see, that's why he's let it run for a bump.
Yeah, but the wee bit of English there is going to get rid of the throw. So that's, now if you're putting a wee bit of inside English on it and trying to dink it, that's a whole nother story. But from the outside of the ball, it's a doable shot.
Well, I think you just stun over to whatever ball that is in the short rail or there. Well, he hasn't hit it. Oh no, he's on the 6 ball yet. He's still got a ball left, I forgot.
Yeah, well, he's got himself funny. I thought that he should have shot that shot same way with right English and just shot the 5 next. And then the 6. I mean, he's got himself funny. He should be okay still if he doesn't scratch. And he'll just shoot this 8 ball up table.
Get a plug in the lobby in case anybody else wants to join the stream.
Well, that's not really where you want to leave the cue ball.
Well, you just get a hold of this, and there's never a problem here. You just get a hold of it, and it's going in every day.
So
he's restored his lead. He's only 2 away.
Your prediction's looking pretty good right now, Hugh.
9-6, I said, to Bedhead. And again, Bedhead stolen the advantage here off Stubb's break, and I think he's dry though. Big pressure here for Stubb. Now,
well, you almost have to shoot this 2-11 combo, I would think. I mean, unless you have a plan for breaking that 2 ball out. Trying to think how you can move it.
Well, I think he's got to play stripes here.
Yeah, I like the 211 combo.
Yeah, because looking at the rest of the stripes after that 211 combo, the stripes, well, the only worry there would be that 13 ball, because the 13 doesn't go in either corner pocket.
No, it goes by the 7.
Does it?
But
That
it's
looks
tight.
tight.
Yeah. It's tight. The other one, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. You've got to get good on it, though.
If you're going to take the solids, you got to figure out how you're going to get to that 2 ball. The 7's not sitting great to get to it. You could get to it from the 4 ball. He's looking like he's going to try to get to it from the 1 ball right now.
He's going to dig
which
into
is
the
doable.
rail.
You got to be a little careful here. You overcook this a little and brush the 11, and you're right in the corner pocket. But
I don't think he's made up his mind either way yet.
There's a danger he won't come up with a shot here, but he's going to play off the 1 and try to. Oh, he's not going to try to do that. Well, he was trying to hold it on the 4 ball. This is not where he wants to be.
No, and he hasn't got on it either. Welcome to LS3.
I thought he might take a whack at it off the 1 ball. So he's okay on the 4 ball. He's a little straighter than you'd want to be, but I think he's going to give it a shot right now with the 4 ball.
Yeah, he's just going to.
But the problem here is you know you're not guaranteed to come up with any kind of shot here.
That might have been an attempt there, but it wasn't hit hard enough.
Yeah, I mean, he was straight in. He was going to have to blast that to get enough speed on it.
Well, before Steve sets any next World Championships, you have to get a consensus and an agreement as to what it would be, what one hasn't been done for a while.
Aren't we about due for 9 ball or 10 ball again?
Well, we need to have a look at that.
Or straight pull, maybe straight pull.
We need to do a search and do a 2022 and see what that comes up. Well, big call here. Bank into the side.
Well, this is the rack right here. I think he'll get a shot on the 3.
Yeah, he doesn't need to blast us. He just needs to stand and control the cue ball. He's played it well.
Well done there. Nope, well done there. And this is where you just play the 8 in the side pocket.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a vital out for Stubb, just to stay in touch. But
yeah, that was a huge rack, and he's breaking it.
That's exactly it. It's on Bedhead's break, which is even more a bonus for Stubb. That was well done. Still got a match on.
Eight balls down.
Well, what to do, LS3? Just go to the internal browser in the top right hand corner, type in 2022, and then tab to the events, and you'll see what was run last year, and see what sort of what date it was, and then you'll know if it's coming round to its anniversary.
You can just go to the Champions tab under the stats. Go to the Champions tab, and you can look and see what the the default sort order is chronologically.
That's too big a word, Steve.
You don't like that?
Yeah,
okay.
Chronologically. Make
how
it
about by the date?
Yeah,
that's the date.
That's simplified. That's better.
Well, the 3 ball is funny. He may try to shoot it right now. You got to be a little careful you don't hit this too hard, or you could scratch.
I think he's got to just roll through straight on. Yeah.
So he's got rid of that one. Now he's got to figure out what to do with the 7 ball.
He'll be trying that now. He's doing it right now.
He doesn't have the greatest angle for it.
Needs a spin to work. Yeah. Again, he didn't hit it hard enough. He needed to amp that up to get the cue ball in motion.
A little more speed, it would have gone sideways further, and he might have got there.
Well, he's still got a shot in the. Is that the one that's up there? Yeah, it is the 1 ball. He's looking at cutting.
Well, he could shoot the 1 or the 2.
But
I think he's going to end up banking the 7 again. And the problem is, you got to get pretty good on it to bank it, because it doesn't go in the corner. So you got to bank it in the side. Now you can get behind it and shoot it up in the corner, but if he's going to try to do that, he's got to figure out how to get on the 2-ball to do it. I mean, this is pretty tricky. Yeah, this is not good.
He's obviously, if he cuts that 2, he's coming across the table, he's coming back into the table to get on the 1.
I think he almost has to shoot the 2 here.
I think he's got to be in the table side of the 1 ball, if you know what I mean, so he can cut it in and come off the long rail and try
to get up behind the 7 ball.
Either get behind it or get a bump on it.
And that's not going to be in the right spot.
Well, he actually can he still draw off this and avoid that 13 ball?
Yes, he can draw this and draw it into the 7. That may be what he tries to do. I don't know that he can draw and get behind it. That seems tough with this angle, but I think he could make this ball and draw the cue ball into the 7.
This will be a good shot. Well,
I'm not sure what he was trying to do.
Does he think this goes? I mean, has he looked at this closer than we have? There's no way that's going in. There's never a chance of that 7 ball going in there, so I don't know what he's doing.
You might be able to bank this. It's a tough bank.
Cutting into the corner? Cross bank?
No. I mean back down in the corner. Back down in the corner.
Into this corner? Oh, good luck with that.
Because, well, you have to cut the 7 out far enough that, and hit it good enough with enough spin on it that it hits the end rail and kind of twists back. It's a doable shot, especially with these balls being a little dirtier. So you would hit that with a lot of left English.
Well, he hasn't called a pocket yet, as far as I can see.
I think that bank goes. Now, if it's Efren shooting it,
hang on a minute.
I'm sure it goes.
Yeah, he's called your shot.
Now he needs to put a lot of left English on this. If he doesn't put left English on it, he's putting right English on it. What's he doing? Well, he's never going to make it doing that. He needs to put left English on it. He's putting the wrong English on it. Did he call it in the other corner?
No, he's called it in the one you're talking about, up and down.
Yeah, that's got to be left English. There he goes. Now, this is not an easy shot, but I believe it's doable. If you get it too wide, it won't come back. If you don't get it wide enough, you're going to hit the 12 ball on the way back. So but see, he's got the angle helping him. So the angle is going to help put spin on the 7 ball. Plus the English will put spin on the 7 ball.
Well,
I think he can make this job.
I haven't a clue what he's looking at here. Is he keeping looking at the short rail up past the 12? Is that what he's looking at?
The only other shot he's got that's feasible is kicking the 7 ball cross corner. He could kick in behind the 7 and make it cross corner.
There has been 9 ball and 10 ball since the last straight pull.
Well, maybe we should be playing straight pull.
We haven't had straight pull back to normal pockets. Well, I mean, just as well there isn't a shot clock in this because we're already at 3 minutes.
So, if he doesn't like the bank, the kick shot, kick behind it and try to kick it in the other corner.
Now, he's still called this pocket, hasn't he? He hasn't changed his mind. I didn't see anything pop up.
Well, he's putting the wrong English on it to make that. That's the problem. He's got right English on it. I don't think there's any way in hell you can make this with right English.
Well, he obviously thinks he can.
There's no way. There's no way.
Well, you're right enough, Steve. It was absolutely nowhere near taking any sort of line towards that pocket.
You might have been able to make it with no English. For sure you can make it with left English.
Well, Bedhead should be on the hill, provided he can deal with that 11 ball, which he's just done right now. He doesn't need to take the 11 ball right now. He's plenty of balls down here that he can work with, and then 11 Does he want to take 11, 14 and out for the 8? Or I don't believe he would ever want to try and get to that 14 first before he takes the 11. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I would be using 11 to get to the 14. He may leave the 11, 14 for last. We'll see what he decides to do. He's not going to. I like this decision.
Cut the 12, 2
No,
rails.
shoot the 11, then the 14. Get those 2 balls now. Because again, from up table, you can get to that 8 ball easily. Now, he didn't really want to be straight in. Yeah, I mean, he's okay, but that's really not how you wanted to be.
Yeah, this is, he's just going to have to come back and take the one down the rail first, I think. And he's a bit straight in it as well, but he just needs to jack up and come back.
No, he's going to shoot the 10.
Is he? All right.
Yeah, shoot the 10, a little bit of right English.
Well, he's got to have a decent shot on this 12
if he leaves angle, oh, he didn't leave angle. Good. Because, see, the only mistake you can make here is overcooking it. You want to say to yourself, I want to draw it back at most to a diamond above the side pocket. You don't want to get real good on this, because that's how you screw up.
13 years since I won Cushion Championships. Albinario will win that, by the way. No point in doing it. That's just another tournament for him to win. Well,
on the hill.
Tough for Stubb now.
Napnicker wants to know how LS3 knows he's old.
Yeah. Well, she's taking
I think that was a figure of speech, Napnicker.
Well, I think she's worked out that most of us on here are old. Yourself included, Steve.
Wow.
We're all old.
Everybody's seeing pictures of me. You can go on YouTube and find me.
Well, Stubb fighting for his survival. It's no miss time. Roll of the ball time as well he could do with, if he's going to hang in there. Oh, he's letting rip. There we go. And he's fortunate there he didn't scratch. So he's plumped for the stripes. We've got a 14 ball that's in trouble. And already he's in trouble because all he's got is a bank, I think.
No, he can cut this 12 on the side.
Is he cutting a 9? Oh no, he can't see the 9.
No, he's cutting a 12 on the side.
Oh he's bumped a 9.
Yeah, well now he's... That's doable still, but it's just, you know, one less ball that you can really use to break the 14 out, because now you have to play that combo, which this is all of a sudden getting... If I was him, I'd shoot the I would have shot the 9-13 combo and tried to... I think he had a line he could get to the rail just before the 3 ball. I would have tried to break it then.
Well, this is a critical one.
Now it's all or nothing.
Yeah, all or nothing. Well, it's all over, folks, as far as I'm concerned. There's no way Stubb is getting out of this unless he comes up with some sort of miracle shot in this 14. Well, now that we're mentioning ages, quick reminder to everybody, it's my birthday on August 18th. I'll be 59, so you can get all the presents ready. No harm in reminding folk. Well, Bedhead has everything there, and Stubb's already packing his cue away.
Yeah, he's pretty much done at this point. Bedhead's not going to mess this rack up.
I'd want to get rid of that 7 ball somehow, and I would like to take it now just to get rid of it. Because the 4 ball's fine for the 8.
It's a little funny. I think doing this is probably a smart move.
Get rid of that.
Shoot the 7 now. He may shoot the 4 now too. He may go 7-4. He's probably going to try to leave the 4 to get on the 8, but again, that's not really that important with a table like this.
So I mentioned earlier, maybe before some of you arrived, the winner of this match goes through to play Bankster, who's waiting there for him. And we've got the other match in the bottom half of the one-loss side between Simanx and Semi-Pro. That's still to be settled as far as a time. And we've got Albinario relaxing in the hot seat match. He's waiting on the winner between Cobra and Albinario. Toy table bullshit. I'm glad I don't got to play this crap anymore.
Well, I know he plays on bar tables in real life because he posted a video of him playing on a bar table in real life.
Well, my prediction was one rack out.
Yep, that was a pretty good prediction you made there.
9-5 to Bedhead. So let's have a look at the stats. Might be interesting to see how that pans out. Let's have a look. Where are we? Now you get four different real Poland powers. REELPOLAND.
Well, Stubbs' strategy of just going for it all the time didn't work out very well for him against a good player.
Well, the trouble is it never does work out. He hasn't learned yet, and he'll still not learn. Right, so real Poland power, Bedhead. Break stats. Well, Bedhead actually was. Oh, look at Stubb. He was 1.5 in the break. Bedhead was well below.
Yeah, they both broke pretty well.
Runouts from the break, 2 apiece. Break fills was the 1 from Stubb, and racks run 3 apiece, and 8 ball shot, 10 and 9, and 5 and 5 for Stubb. So back to the bracket just for confirmation. Oops, that's the wrong thing. As we can see, we have Bedhead through to play Bankster, and that one is the outstanding match in the one-loss side, the one between Semi-Pro and Simanx. What's the deadline dates in those? Well, there's a few days left. This is what, the 26th, is it? Or is it the 25th? I've lost track of days of the week here. And then we can see that languishing in that hot seat match is Albinario. Sorry, tell a lie, it's, what am I talking about? It's Slim. Why did I say Albinario? Because Albinario is playing Cobra at some point, and again they've got until August the 1st, so those matches will be appearing soon enough, and they should be at a reasonable time with it being Albinario and Cobra. Albinario is only an hour in front, so the other thing, if we go to the search page, 2022.
Bedhead's in the lobby being nice to Stubb.
Is he?
Yeah.
What did I type there? 2022. Events. Right, so if we look at the events.
Stubbs in there making sweet lemons and excuses.
Straight Pool is well past its anniversary. That was January, so if you're going according to that, it would have to be Straight Pool next. Then after Straight Pool it was Blackball, which was in March of 2022. So
why do you do it that way? Just go to the
because it's already it's in chronological order on here, Steve.
Yeah, but you can't see 2023 or 2021. Go to stats and hit champions, and it shows you everything.
Go to stats, where's that? And hit champions.
And let's say go for all games. There you go. There it is.
And that's 2000.
So that
right, we want that at the top, don't we? Oh, it doesn't do it. Oh, it does do it. Right. Right, so going back, well, it still shows you the same thing. It's showing you.
So we haven't played Straight Pool since January.
A year and how many months? Is that a year and a half almost? Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a year and a half. It's 18 months. And if we look at it, we'll see that it was played on Narrow Pockets And if we look at the stats,
yeah, we're going to play it on the normal pockets this time. Although I think there's going to be some high runs because these pockets are playing a little easier than they used to.
Well, look at what happened because 2 or 3 of them demanded to have it on narrow pockets. The highest run was only 87, and that was with Mr. Fox. Albinario had 85.
No, I think we're going to see, if we go to normal pockets, we might see, you know, somebody run out from the get-go.
Well, that would be the one big challenge, because again, when you look further down, Stubbs there with what was it? He got a 60, and then it tails away. So you definitely want to have the normal pockets to really put the pressure on and ramp it up. What's happening in the lobby? That's Stubb away in a huff again, and he'll be looking forward to the straight pull, because then he can bang balls all day long in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, straight pull, he plays okay straight pull, but, you know, Albin's definitely the favorite in that. I think semi-pro, you know, if you could figure out how to compete in these things, he'd be one of the favorites. Cobra, I think Larry's got a chance. I haven't seen One Pocket Slim play straight pull. Maybe he's got a chance.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Well, you know, Slim's mind's focused in this tournament. He's got a tournament to win. His first big major tournament he's going for on
Tommy
this bar
probably
table.
plays straight pull. Mr. Bill, I know LS3 does. I mean, we got a lot of good players that play straight pull.
Cobra will be in for it.
Bedhead.
Well, unless these matches that have to be played get played between now and Friday, this will probably be the last time we'll see you, Steve, until you get back.
No, I'll be available till the 2nd because I'll take my laptop with me.
Right. Well,
so I will be around. The 2nd, then I disappear.
He's still going on that he's won a VP4 World Championship. He's still ranting. A good Stubb rant for half an hour and then he'll disappear. Well, enjoy your trip anyway. Fast Eddie might want to play in it, but Fast Eddie's been out of the picture for a couple of months. I think he loves house and stuff.
He loves straight pull.
Well, he has been back in VP4. I saw him a couple of days ago, and he was in tonight. He was actually in a challenge room that I went in earlier on. So he might be around. He might be busy as well. I don't think he's.
Well, that's what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna do a straight pull tournament.
Well, I would suggest, yeah, copy and paste, and then just change the pockets. That's all you have to do.
Let's see. What was the last straight pull? It was
race to 300, was it?
Race to 200, losers to 150, single final to 300.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Hard times. Table setup. Tournament, and then we need to get the normal pockets. So yeah, we're not doing any kind of there should be quite a few people that run 100.
Well, when we did that other one, you know, obviously semi-pro got the high run. What was it? He got 180 something. Was it 181 he got? He got something. Semi, if he's there, he'll tell us. He won't have forgotten. But it certainly gives an opportunity for players to put on a big run. I still remember. I mean, that Albinario final. Was it Albinario that won the last one? Did he win that straight pull?
I think so. Let's see.
Because the one thing I remember about that, I think in the final, or was it the semi-final, Albinario didn't put a foot wrong. Every time he got on the break ball,
Albin won.
Yeah, that was a great performance by Albi.
Well, Albin beat REELPOLANDPOWER in the final, 300 to 77.
Yeah, he pummeled him.
He beat him for the hot seat match, 199 to forfeit.
Yeah.
And Bedhead and Stubb were in the finals of the losers bracket. So let's see here. Hairpig played. Hairpig did pretty good. Hairpig beat Brainfell out 294. Then he beat Surgeres 200 181. Then he lost the stub 200 to 176. So Hairpig had a pretty good showing. Larry also did pretty good. Larry played semi-pro forfeit, and then Larry beat Sylvia 200 to 49, and Larry lost to Tommy 200 to 141. Tommy's potentially. Matt, MC Clarkey, he did okay.
Yeah, I don't know that Matt's going to be around for a little while. I think he didn't bother signing up for this. In fact, he did sign up for it, did he not, and then forfeit the bar table.
Yeah, Moz UK played in it.
Yeah, and there's another one. Moz sort of he comes out the woodwork every year or two, and then he appears. He didn't appear anywhere near the snooker one that was on him. I mean, if he'd been around and knew it was on him, he well have played in it, but he hasn't been around for months. So there's a big opportunity for these guys to put the scoring boots on, especially with it being on the narrow pockets. It's conducive to encouraging high runs, and yes, I would expect to see a few incredible figures like we did in the last one.
So, yeah, there's going to be some high runs with normal pockets where the tables are playing.
Now the thing is, are you going to open the sign-ups on that and set it for a date before you go, or are you going to wait till you come back and this is all over?
Well, I'll open up the sign-ups on it. I got to decide when to start it. I mean, the only problem is if it starts before I come back and there's problems. I'll probably look to start it like the 23rd or 24th of
August.
Because I come out of the mountains on the 22nd. So
yeah,
we'll have a nice long sign-up period. Hopefully we can get 32. I mean, not everybody likes straight pool. Last time, let's see, what do we have last time? Last time we had 28 players.
No, but I mean, they do take a little while to run those matches, depending on the level of player that's playing in it, obviously. And as it gets further on, then you get the big scores coming in. Well, it's worth watching, Coldest Pillow. The thing is that the straight pool matches from the last tournament, they're on my YouTube channel. You should go and watch the final. Go and watch Albinario play, and he was excellent in that match. That's on the playlist on my YouTube channel, and just watch how things go and how the thought processes go in straight pool, because it's there's always a vital shot in straight pool. You could have 2 or 3 vital shots, but there is guaranteed there's always one getting on that break ball, and you see how well Albinario does it. It's well worth watching and learning from that, and also going onto YouTube and watching some of the pros playing. I noticed an awful lot of pop-ups on YouTube for me for one pocket matches, and they all seem to involve Efren Reyes. I think Matchroom or somebody's been posting quite a lot of stuff, and I'm getting pop-ups coming up. So there's a lot of Efren Reyes playing one pocket and all sorts of different pool games. He's worth a watch for entertainment purposes and amazing shots. Right, well, that's good that we now know that we're going to have the next Virtual World Championship. It's going to be straight pool. It'll be after Steve gets back, which is the right thing to do, because as he says, things could go funny, and then we'll get problems. So if there's any problems, it's always good to have somebody around to blame once Steve gets back. So have we got anything else to say, Steve?
I do not. I'll get this thing set up and then up and running this week, and we'll have a little extra sign-up time. We're probably going to need it for this one.
Right. Well, we'll leave it at that. So it all only remains to say thanks once again for your company, chaps. By the way, I hope you liked the relaxing music I had at the beginning. I had a lot of Indian music on. They've got a lot of that, sitar music and stuff on YouTube. I thought I'd put some of that on to calm your karma. I might not go back to it too soon though. Right, so I'm bidding you all good night. Thanks to Steve for his company again. And we will say take care, and whenever it will be, hopefully we'll see you again soon. Now, if I can't get any of those matches, Slim hopefully will be available, but I'm more than likely to get the Albinario Cobra one. It'll be set pretty soon. We've also got the one lost side matches to resolve, so we'll hopefully have them. And it is good night, and we'll see you again, folks. Take care, Steve. Enjoy your time.
Okay, I'm sure I'll talk to you guys before. There'll be some sort of stream before I go. I'll be in.
Hopefully. Well, I'll be back for Friday night 9 ball anyway, so I'll be around for that.
Simon's taking care of the servers when I'm gone, so if there's any issues, contact Simon.
Right, I'll do that. I've got him in the phone and on Facebook. Good. Right, good night, folks.
Thanks, guys.
See you later, chaps. And chapesses, I should say.
Yep.